Small tweaks, big shifts. So there comes a point in your professional life when nothing feels wrong, yet something feels maybe slightly misaligned, or you've got sort of an unsettled feeling. For me, that looks like sort of a thought that will pop into my head just as I go off to sleep, or I'll be really clear about something as I wake up, and then the busyness of the day or another thought, sort of a competing thought, overtakes it. So you might be able to relate to this. So this is your reminder that you are capable, experienced, and clearer than you once were. And that's the point of the Elevate map, really walking you through that framework of getting that really strong sense of self. And in my writing group, I like to talk about this idea of the clearer I get, the more I feel like I'm walking towards myself. So the thing is with these small tweaks, which is good news, no sort of major things in today's or this week's chapter or this particular chapter, depending on the pace that you're going. It's really about, as always, the language you use to describe yourself. So perhaps you're feeling like it no longer quite fits. Now, you might have made a big overhaul. You might have gone through the other chapters and really sort of blocked the different sections and taken some of those practical tips. So this chapter is for that moment when you've got that feeling of it's not 100% aligned. It's not sort of feeling this. I'm talking about your profile. It's not feeling like it's really, there could be some minor tweaks that you need to be making. So it's not the moment for reinvention. You've done that thinking. It's not the moment for performance. We've talked about that quite a lot. It's the moment for accuracy, and I want to say precision. So really part 2 of the Elevate map, as I mentioned, is about refinement. It's about bringing your external presence into closer alignment with your internal clarity, those conversations you have with yourself. Please tell me I'm not alone. And your LinkedIn profile is often where that alignment either holds or quietly slips. Now, I've talked about this a lot, sort of the version of who you are now is who we want to reflect as well as where we're heading. So these small tweaks matter here because language shapes interpretation. And one refined phrase, could just be a headline, can recalibrate how your entire story is understood. It's the lens through which people might look at the rest of your LinkedIn profile. So the literary anchor or prompt, the literary text for this chapter is Emily Dickinson's poem, Tell All the Truth, but Tell It Slant. So Dickinson understood something essential, that truth does not always arrive through volume or force. Sometimes it lands best when it is carefully angled, measured, chosen with intention. And that insight translates directly into this stage of your LinkedIn journey. So maybe you've got a headline that no longer, or maybe you move towards a headline that no longer tries to say everything. I mean, that's a real challenge depending on where you are at in your career. You've done so much and you have this, you don't want all of the information to get missed, but in that desire to sort of make sure you've covered everything, you're not saying as much as you could be. So a headline that no longer tries to say everything. What does that look like for you? An about section that removes what you've outgrown. So we're tending to our LinkedIn garden. Our LinkedIn profile is our LinkedIn garden. A featured section that reflects your current thinking rather than your past milestones. What conversations are you leading? What thoughts do you want to provoke? How is that reflected in your featured section? It's really the art of discernment, really being clear about what you're going to showcase. What are you going to shine a light on in your LinkedIn profile? So the good news is that these are small adjustments, but they do reduce friction. So we want people to come to your LinkedIn profile and understand, oh, yes, I get who you are, I get what you stand for, and I want to be part of this conversation, if that's right for you. So this clarity might also bring relief. And your LinkedIn profile, as you are, a work in progress. And I'm often making minor tweaks, small adjustments that can make big shifts in my LinkedIn profile. So what we're really trying to do here is make your profile easier to read and for you to be easier to trust. So it's that relational aspect of LinkedIn. So this chapter asks just one question. What one small change could you make today or this week, there is no rush, that brings your profile closer to who you are now? Not a rewrite, not a big strategy overhaul, just one precise, thoughtful shift. Because clarity, once restored, tends to spread. So we're going for that moment for you. So enjoy.